Hey everybody, thanks for clicking on this video and giving us a little bit of your time. You know, it seems like I keep doing this project of the weekly word, but I never quite get traction on it and keep doing it consistently. But I'm really excited about giving it a try. This time we've got a lot of different speakers that we're going to line up. And what we're going to try to do is around weekly just kind of give you an encouraging word that just kind of bless you for the week. Maybe give you something to think about, maybe something that will just encourage you, something you could talk about with Jesus. That's really what we're doing. So we're excited to kick it back off. We've got it's a bunch of different people that we've kind of slotted to do, so it's going to be a lot more than just me. So I hope that you can really benefit and that this blesses you. And hey, if you have ideas, questions, or something like that, feel free just to kind of post on this and just let us know. Let us know what you think. So, anyways, what I want to talk about is actually intimacy. And intimacy is a word that we use a lot, and with our relationship with God, we're always saying, "Hey, you got to have intimacy with God. Intimacy with God is what's most important." And I don't know about you, but like to me, sometimes you honestly, I don't even know what that means. But I got a really cool insight. I was reading like a Christian psychologist, and this was pretty insightful. And so I just kind of want to share what I learned, and hopefully this will give you kind of a new angle to think about an old thing. So, like this person said that actually intimacy comes in three stages. Stage one is presence, meaning that you can't really have an intimate connection. And when I say intimacy, I don't just mean romance. I mean just the fact of when human beings just kind of open up to each other, there's sort of a connection that grows, and human beings are like meant for that. But anyways, you obviously can't even have that without some degree of presence. Like the person actually has to be around in order for that to happen. You can't really have an intimate relationship with your couch because your couch really doesn't talk back. You actually need another person, or maybe, I don't know, some people get really close to their pets, some other being that's present. So that's kind of step one, and these are successive, they grow. Step two is connection, and like connection is what happens when like human beings find a middle ground to really kind of connect on. Sorry, I kind of used the word to define the word. But really, like painting out, it's just like this is what happens. You know, a lot of times when we think about connection, we think about emotional vulnerability. So if I'm really honest about something and then someone else is really honest about something, there's just sort of this bridge that happens, and we experience this connection to another person that honestly we're meant for. God purposely made us so that we would not be alone. He made this so that we would live in community with other people. That need for connection is God given. It's important. But connection just isn't about emotional vulnerability. Like, ever wonder why guys like talking about sports so much? It's just a middle ground where guys can connect. It can be talking about things that don't have anything to do with you. It can be actually doing things together, even though you have a completely different background or something like that. It's just the fact that you are doing something together. There's some sort of bridge that connects us as people, and that sense of connection human beings need. Without it, generally, we start turning to alcohol and all sorts of bad addictions and stuff like that. It's the people generally who struggle in those areas will struggle in other areas, like addictions and drugs and all that. But the last one is what I really want to talk about is resonance. And that is this. When people really connect really deeply, especially over multiple times, they start to resonate with each other. And what that means is they actually kind of become one another. I mean, there's part of your personality that is unique. It is God given. It will always be you. You won't change, but parts of you will with the people that you connect with. I mean, you think of people who have been married, you know, for a long time, they start talking alike, they start sounding alike, there's just a oneness that's created with them. I sound a lot like my brother. I use a lot of the same manners of speech as my brother, though we have different unique personalities. There's a lot about us that are very similar because we just grew up together and we've always really been really close. Well, how this is really interesting is the same rules apply with God. That as we, you know, experience and connect with God on a deeper level, it's actually from that place that we begin to resonate with God and become like God. Jesus himself said, you know, you have to abide in me, and if you do, you will bear much fruit. You know, the fruits of the Spirit, all the kindness, the goodness, the gentleness, faith, patience, self-control, all that comes with walking in the Spirit. It comes with your close connection with God. So bringing it full circle, what I'm really trying to say is this. Our growth is a lot more about how meaningfully we connect with God than it is our own striving and efforts. We're all trying to grow in different areas, but if you're trying to summon up patience and love on your own, well, you might be able to kind of fake it for a while, but real lasting fruit that grows, changes you, impacts other people comes from the depth of your connection with God. Apart from Him, you can do nothing. So thanks, guys. I hope that blessed you. Spend some time really connecting with God in a powerful way.